So there's that. In the more immediate future, Alden Davis is here, and so tinker with the thinker. What's that all about, big guy?
We're going to work on how we think, Ray. Make yourself indispensable at work and home by improving the quality of your thinking.
Okay.
Give yourself an edge by becoming a critical thinker. When everyone else is falling apart in the despair of emotional thinking, should we do our Yoko Ono impersonation now?
No, I took it down, please. Even when it's on hold, it gives me
so when you're in the
creeps.
despair of emotional thinking, you can bring excellence in thought. While each of us thinks, it is shocking just how much is biased, distorted, partial, uninformed, and downright prejudiced. Today, we will tinker with the thinker.
Okay.
Be here after weather and sports on WTIC. Get today's handout at myvaluetree.com under Star Power. And meet us back at WTIC, where we
sports.
care to coach.
We do. It's 7:14, on whether you want it or not. We're doing it. It's 7:14. I just don't retain information well. I just don't. Anyway, here's Alden Davis, and it's time for some coaching. By the way, where did you go this week? Did you do any traveling
It
this
was
week?
Falmouth.
Okay.
It was an expo over there, a safety exposition conference.
Because you got Safari. That's just
Safari,
one of your many programs.
It was good.
Anyway, Alden is here, so what are we learning today, Coach?
Man, oh man, oh man, it is a wonderful day and so good to be with you all for our time of Saturday morning coaching. Hey, did any of you notice the election's over? We just got to live through and experience today's topic in action, the vast difference between critical thinking and emotional thinking. Be it in the political arena, work arena, or home arena, you can give yourself an edge and become an indispensable person by focusing energy on the quality of your thinking.
There you go.
The mind is where we formulate our plans and design our future. In Coach's experience, sloppy thinking yields sloppy results. And what's most disturbing, most of us have never learned how to think and how to analyze and evaluate our thinking with a view to improve it.
Well, that's good.
Dr. Richard Paul and Dr. Linda Elder have made it their life's work to bring critical thinking concepts and tools to the design of curriculum. Their work can be found at criticalthinking.org. It is well worth spending some time here. Let me use the 8 questions of their critical thinking guide to frame today's thoughts. 1, what is the purpose being pursued? Okay, well, today I want to encourage you to up the quality of your thinking and improve your contribution at work and the results you're getting from life. 2, what problem am I trying to solve? Well, we lose control in our life when we are stuck in egocentric, sloppy thinking. These coaching times are designed to make you more effective in your life and give you more choice, regardless of what is happening around you. Here are some indicators of egocentric thinking.
Okay.
It's true because we believe it.
Yep.
It's true because I want to believe it.
Yep.
It's true because it is in my selfish interest to believe it.
Check.
Oh, my selfish interest. Man, that is the most vexing because I have moved into pure emotional thinking and will use every trick I know to convince others of the rightness of my position. 3, what are Coach's assumptions? Well, okay, first, most people are just in motion and totally unconscious of what they are doing, thinking. Second, emotionally based decisions are not as good as data-driven decisions. And 3, my assumption is there are really smart people out there who outmaneuver us and steer us in the direction they want by setting thought traps for us.
Ooh.
Critical thinking question number 4, from what point of view am I coming? Coach believes that our only real advantage comes by outthinking our competitors. People doing similar work, other teams doing similar work, other companies doing similar work. Out of 7.5 billion people on the planet, out of 325 million in our country alone, you are not unique.
What?
And there is a group right now trying to beat you.
What?
Becoming better thinkers is mission critical. 5, what data, information, and evidence am I using? Okay, let's start with the fact that Dr. Annette and I have been leading critical thinking workshops and have had 100 people take the Watson-Glasser critical thinking appraisal,
cool.
Myself included.
Yeah.
Of all those people, we have only met 3 who got all the questions correct. I was less than impressed with my results. thinking I was a great thinker, and I discovered I was average at best.
Ooh, hurts.
The appraisal tests how good we are dealing with inference, recognizing assumptions, deduction, interpretation, and evaluation of arguments, and then compares us to the professional population group we're in. How about looking at the election we just participated in? How many of you feel you have been presented with good data from which to make your decisions? Do you really know what the unemployment rate is? How do you reconcile the 5% unemployment rate with the labor force participation rate? Mm-hmm. I continually get frustrated with the divergence of data. You think the global temperatures are all coming from unbiased stations, or are the stations selected to drive a conclusion? Do you have a good feel on how immigration affects our economy and how H-1B visas are misused for gain? Pick any topic in the news. I am so frustrated because to figure out the real story, I would have to spend all my time researching it. 6, what are the concepts and theories that shape my position? Well, let me give you 5 critical thinking traps of which to be aware. Anchoring, putting too much weight on the first piece of information received and then comparing other information to it. Assumption, accepting something as fact without proof. Framing, positioning information to get a desired result. Spinning how information is presented. Inference, drawing conclusions based on premises thought to be true. Sunk cost, continuing down a flawed path because an investment in time or money has been made. This list is posted for you at myvaluetree.com under Star Power. 7 on the critical thinking review sheet. What are my conclusions? When feelings overtake rational thought and data, you lose control and can expect poor judgment to be displayed. And 8, what are the results and implications? Sloppy thinking delivers sloppy results. It seems we are moving into a time in this country where emotional thinking is replacing critical thinking. Mm-hmm. Be a person who models critical thought and help us all thrive in these uncertain times. These are our days. I'm Coach Davis.
Group hug. So, where can I find this test?
Oh, no, that has to be administered.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
You can't just go online and take it? Oh, well, that's no fun.
But I tell you, so it gives you a little paragraph, and you read it. And now you're supposed to determine what the assumptions are in it. Well, I thought it was going to be a snap. It was trying.
Really?
Yeah. It just, good thinking doesn't come easily.
And bear in mind, one of the most used precepts in the world is, in schools, we teach critical thinking. Probably not.
Boy, well,
many cases, no.
Here's the little booklet that Dr. Elder and Dr. Paul put together. And as you start to go through it and look at what the steps are in critical thinking and the way to think about thinking, you realize we never get it in any of our classes. That's why I find this is such an amazing topic.
Is critical thinking really possible?
Well, it's data-driven thinking.
Okay.
Yes,
but
that's
so
possible.
Boring.
I mean, what I just went through this morning, the 8 questions that framed what I did, that is a foundation for critical thinking.
Okay.
We'll do exercises where we'll take an article out of the newspaper and have people go through these questions, and what looks like it's set up as an educational piece always ends up having some sort of slight little bend to it.
Either the number in this direction to this conclusion.
The number of quotes they use, positive versus negative, or an inference word like sloppy. There's always some little word in the headline that sets it up. You start to realize how many people are out there trying to frame information for us.
Yes. Dr. Yakov, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, it's very tricky. So the point is, folks, get your mind sharpened up. Get today's handout. Yeah, get today's handout. It's very helpful.
Okay.
To review, myvaluetree.com under Star Power.
Okay. Thank you.
It's great to be here.
Well, you can stick around for a little while, can't you?
Man, we've got a whole box of donuts to eat, right?
By the way, I do want to thank the guys at Luke's Donuts, West Avon Road at Country Club, in the little shopping center next to the Sunshine Convenience Store and the driving school. So, it's all right there. And the bead shop. They got the bead shop there. So, a lot going on there. But anyway, thank you to Ollie and the guys over there. Excellent donuts. Thank you very much. 728 WTIC. All right.